Well, more than just naartjies, we're literally whipping up a beautiful dessert. So next to me, Alfred, how are you?
Fine, thanks for you, Lon.
Nothing like desserts in the morning. What are we making today?
Well, we've got a white chocolate, vanilla and Naartjie Panna Cotta, which we've created today.
Well,
So it's the Naartjie theme.
The end result looks amazing.
Thank
so let's get started. What do we need to create this beautiful dish?
Cool. Well, the Panna Cotta is a classic Italian dessert. It's really, really simple, easy for guys to make at home. What we've got in here is some milk. Then we're going to add in our cream. And we literally just bring this to the boil. All right, the recipe you'll be able to get on the show. So this one, we just chuck in there. Then we're going to flavour this with some cinnamon stick, some cinnamon quill.
I know that, vanilla.
Vanilla pod, yeah.
There we go.
So if you look in these ones, you can see little black seeds. Those are actually the vanilla seed.
So you're using actual vanilla instead of an essence?
True vanilla. I'm a big believer in true vanilla. We let that one come to the boil. So I'm going to turn that up.
Turn it up a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So we just want those flavours to infuse in nicely. And then what we're also going to do is just throw in a little bit of naartjie zest, because that gives it a real good punch from all the oils in the skin.
Well, it smells really good here already. I can smell the flavours. I can smell the naartjie for sure.
Excellent.
Look at that. Okay, so you mix it all together, all right.
We mix it all together. We allow this just to heat up, all those flavours to infuse really well. And then in the meantime, what we've done is we've got our gelatine, and we've just soaked that, and we call it sponging. So it soaks up all the water, and you end up with that texture. It's almost like a sponge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was so curious. I wanted to touch it. Okay, so that's how you create it from just soaking them, and you get it to that texture.
Yeah, you've got two different kinds of gelatine.
Right.
So for our jelly that we're going to put on the top, we've got leaf gelatine.
Right.
And that's what it looks like.
Okay.
In its format. You can buy it in any shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
really cool. That's actually quite a nice strong one. And then you've got a powder gelatine.
Right.
Which is this one. And then we've just soaked that so it's sponged up nicely.
Look at that. Well, you can create this at home, of course. We're going to give you that keyword shortly so that you can also recreate what Alfred's doing in the kitchen. I might as well give it to you now. The keyword is Selati. So Selati to 33728, and you'll get a link to the recipe and also a list of the ingredients to recreate this at home. And you go into the draw automatically to stand in line to win one of 5 Selati sugar hampers. So that keyword again, Selati to 33728. Is it boiling yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
But what I'm going to show you in the meantime is we've got our naartjie jelly, which we're going to put on the top. So we've just brought this to the boil and then we've turned it off.
Okay, almost like a glue vine.
Almost like a glue vine. So it's nice and warm.
Yes, I can feel.
We've got our leaves, which we've just soaked in some cold water.
That's great.
Okay, so they become nice and gelatinous and soft.
Yeah.
Really cool. And then we just drop those in, and these dissolve really, really quickly.
That is awesome. And it will go hard afterwards again.
It will, it sets. You don't want a jelly that's really rubbery, you want it nice and soft.
Okay.
But when you put your spoon through, it's really soft to get through. You see how quickly that dissolves.
I know.
off.
I see you also don't use a spoon. Is there a reason for it?
No, there's no need to. I just give it a spin
Alfred's
like
really
that.
good at this, so he doesn't even need to use a spoon. All right.
Okay, so you can see the steam coming off that.
Okay.
So that's enough heat to infuse all those wonderful flavours into that.
What happens next?
We're going to throw our gelatine in here.
Okay, so this is a different one, the powdered one that we
This is the powdered one that we created.
sponge with.
We just drop that in there again. That dissolves really, really quickly.
It's amazing what you can do with naartjies. I mean, do you like making desserts?
I love making desserts, yeah. Pastry is a passion for me, so I've been doing it for many, many years.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not a job, it's just pure enjoyment.
It's making fun because the smells are really good. What do we do after our gelatine?
Okay, so once our gelatine is in, that again dissolves really, really quickly. We're going to come across here, and we've got our white chocolate in our bowl. And we're literally just going to pour this mixture over our white chocolate.
And I see you've cut them into little pieces to probably make them melt easier.
It just melts a lot faster.
Yeah.
We're going to turn that off so we don't burn the pot. So we've got that. Our white chocolate's going to dissolve really quickly.
You make it look so easy.
It is easy.
But look at that, it looks amazing.
So it's a... What's that?
I'm just thinking this over here, it's okay?
Yeah, that's
All
off.
right, okay.
So that's just the gelatine that's melted there. So you can see how quickly that white chocolate's dissolved.
Yeah.
You really don't need a lot of heat because chocolate melts below body temperature.
And you don't have to stick it in anywhere. You just use the heat from the milk and the cream.
You just use the
and it
heat.
just melts away.
That's perfect. And the chocolate just adds a nice rich flavour to it as well.
Well, this excites me. I can't believe. And the naartjie, I see from the end result as well. We'll put it on right at the end, of course.
Right at the end, yeah. What I've done there is I've just taken the naartjie, I've peeled off all the skin.
Yeah.
And then just segmented it. So you've got just these little, if I can say, like little juice
pockets.
balls,
Yeah,
pockets. So that we just strain through.
Okay.
We
can
take
you
off
use
all the zest.
the vanilla pot again?
You can do. You can dry it off and you can actually put it into sugar.
Okay.
Which is really easy. And you get a nice vanilla sugar.
Because I was going to ask you, why are you using the Selati caster snow?
The caster snow, it just dissolves really quickly. And yeah, gives a nice, beautiful flavour. Okay. So it doesn't take a long time to dissolve in the mixture.
Okay.
So we're going to throw that in. And because there's enough heat left in there, now you're going to ask me, I've got a lot of sugar and white chocolate, but
yes.
the white chocolate's not that sweet.
Okay.
So the caster snow just adds a little bit of sweetness extra.
And it is a dessert, so you want it to be sweet.
You do want it to be sweet, yeah, definitely. Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, I mean, we're going to probably get to the end shortly. If you want to see how we created this, because this is our end product, and my mouth's watering already, let's take a look at how Alfred created today's beautiful recipe.
Boil milk, cream, sugar, vanilla, cinnamon and zest. Add hydrated gelatin and stir to dissolve. Pour over chocolate and stir until melted. Strain, cool and pour into molds and refrigerate. Soften gelatin, then add to warm naartjie juice. Pour onto set panna cotta and refrigerate till set.
And your keyword to get this amazing recipe, the keyword is Selati to 33728 to get a list of the ingredients and also a link to the recipe. Well, there Alfred is finishing it off and creating a little sample for us so that we can see how this is put together to look like our end results. Okay, so you've poured out, this will eventually go harder, right?
It will do. This one's obviously the panna cotta needs to go into the fridge to set up properly. Then we just spoon some of the juice over the top, the jelly. That's a different way of setting it. Then you can turn that one out. And then we've got some finished ones here, which are in little cups that you can eat.
That you can literally scoop out. And our naartjie pockets we'll put on the top eventually.
Yeah,
once
well,
it's
I've
set.
actually placed those on the top there already.
I can see there. Well, that looks great. It just shows you what you can do with naartjies. Thank you, Alfred.
Pleasure.
Can't wait to taste. Well, Leigh-anne is standing by with more excitement. Leigh-anne, what's up?
The sweetness lingers longer with Selati and espresso.